We did it!
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
All right.
Now we can actually start the stream for real, Evie. Okay.
Okay.
So, we have some new Roosevelts. I'm sure you saw them as I was not speaking. But one of them is we got some Fantasia stuff because it's an anniversary.
I don't know.
Okay.
I probably
regardless, they're sick.
It's sick
Yeah.
as hell. This is a Chernabog,
We got
Roosevelt.
that because I was obsessed with that guy when I was a kid.
which makes so much sense.
Was part of the
Tracks.
Disney's Halloween highlights, and I thought he was the coolest thing ever.
I'm sure you saw the alien egg one. This is the one we were showing when it all went wrong. When we discovered it was all going wrong.
That's for you fans of subtle shirts.
Yes. Also in the Fantasia category, we have the Chernabog shirt, which is one of those front and back, so it has the small emblem on the front and then the cool-ass big design on the back. This one is sick.
We also got the Chernabog hat and the alien hat from Roosevelt's. And they've got, well, this one's got the purple bill underneath, which is cool.
We also got some new, here if you want to take that. We got some new plushies. So we got a couple new clingers, including our silly Godzilla. And we also got,
There's so much stuff.
for other plushies, this is big, all right? Well, first we got the other clinger, Chucky. Very cute.
Chucky is cute.
We got Art the Clown plushies.
Woo, let's
we
go.
have Bloody with the hacksaw in the trash bag. And then we have Clean with his little horn. And they're both very fun. And one of them has his smile mouth closed and one of them has smile mouth open. They both have silly little hats. Speaking of guys with silly little hats, we also have Blade, which is sick.
I
the
love
coolest one.
him. He's so
And-
busted.
Yeah.
They're coming out with somebody else. Tunnel or somebody's
Let's
coming soon.
go.
But yeah, we have others on order.
Yes.
So they're
Thank God.
NECA's just started releasing those.
A couple of our regulars came in and bought it for their baby.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah. The other thing we got
Huge.
in high demand, the Substance prints in 2 different colors.
Big shout out to friend of the shop, Kevin, who
Yes.
owns Split Plug Art.
Yes.
This is his design. It's in the green and white colorway and the pink and white colorway. We also have t-shirts on the way.
I personally got the green and pink. I could not resist that. We also got some cool new graphic novels. So we got this, The Twilight Man, which is a graphic novel about Rod Serling, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
We also got this Universal Monsters Frankenstein graphic novel, which is like official Universal Monsters.
That's really cool.
It is very cool and it is gorgeous. They have like these almost like black and white looking sections.
We're definitely leaning into Universal Monsters wherever,
Yes.
whenever we can. So fear not, Dark Universe fans.
We also got some new socks. So we got Elvira socks now. We got the Macabre Mobile. We got Unpleasant Dreams. And my favorite, Mistress of the Dark.
I think there's also a couple of other designs
Yes.
that we got that were Elvira. We just have so many new items that we just don't have time to go over everything.
Yes. And the last thing that's in high demand, I think this is our first thing for this specific movie.
Yes, the new.
The new Nosferatu, I am nothing but an appetite print. And he's like a little cute baby, and I love
keep that
him.
there. Try to get it there.
Yeah, zoom in on this guy. And yes, it is called Nike Count Orlok Art Print.
We also have a Mothman hat in. And I think the last of our updates for new stuff, we have the Ben Cooper Halloween kids, or the costume kids. They're super cute. I love these. We are already low stock on all of these. This is actually all we have left. We have one of each of these. We've got the clown. We've got the, they've got funny names.
Metaluna Mutant.
Metaluna Mutant, the Visible Man, not the Invisible Man.
The Visible Man.
I think he's my favorite.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
And
too.
then Spooky Monster.
Yeah. We'll get more if we can, but
Yeah.
they always sell out so fast, and
They're
Didn't
so
realize
cute
how
and
popular
little,
they'd
and
be.
they've got little accessories in there.
Yeah, they come with like a little trick-or-treat pail and stuff. Very cute. I think that's actually everything.
All right, we're gonna kick off to Brian's Art Corner.
Up for him.
Art corner, yeah. Okay, so this one, I'm not talking a bunch about any individual piece of art, because that bores you people.
It doesn't
Right.
bore us.
But this, I just kind of went through in a theme and thought that we should show that not all horror art has to be muted or creepy or spooky. A lot of it is really colorful.
Really
And you can
vivid,
fit
really
it
cool.
anywhere you want in your home, and whatever atmosphere you've got, it can still be horror. So the first one, we'll start out, is Creature from the Black Lagoon. This is kind of a theme of this, is like this duotone or tritone printing we've got here, and lithographs were big in the 50s. It was a big thing because it was cheap. So, but it ended up being an iconic thing for sci-fi and horror movies, and then later on you'll see this carried over into all those concert posters and gig posters, but it really got going with horror and sci-fi. So the second one is a Frankenstein print from Belgium. And we've shown this before, probably. I just love this one so much. It's not from the original release. This would have been from a 50s re-release in Belgium, but that was carried off of like because America was undergoing the whole 50s drive-in craze and everything. The movies began booming in other places too. And I just love what they did with this one. And it's kind of classic Belgian art where it's like, aren't many words on it.
I love the lady draped over the text.
Yeah.
Very cool.
If you speak French and Dutch and Flemish, then just don't put too many words on your posters.
Yeah.
That's the safe way. Then the next, Body Snatchers, I feel like that's a real classic because this is really a precursor to all those concert posters and gig posters with this two-tone. And nothing is more 50s than Invasion of the Body Snatchers. If you haven't seen it, it's full into Red Scare, Red Menace. It's paranoia. And it's great delivery of cheesy lines directly into the camera. Next, Marijuana, a puff, a party, a tragedy.
Reefer.
Wild Mad Thrills. This is from 1937. So this one I really pulled because it shows that they didn't invent it in the 50s. It really just boomed when they started to do colors. I mean, posters is colorful, but this is from 1937, this is like a year after Reefer Madness, which was 36. And these are from all the moral message movies, which were actually about watching people party. But
Awesome.
but I love the colors. I think it's crazy that's from the 30s, but
Yeah.
the 30s was a really wild time of a lot of styles ahead. The next we start moving into the 60s, and we have another, I think this one is a lithograph, probably because of how distinct the colors are set off. But I think this was also a thing in that in 50s and 60s, because your movies were cheap and they were in black and white, just make the poster more colorful.
Yeah.
Just put tons of the poster. People think, and I love no love story, no hero, no heroine, no message, no questions, no answers, no dogs, no cats, just terror. There are a lot of messages in the movie, actually. I think it's.
Which gnaws at your very
Yeah.
being.
And then next we have Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, which shows that they kept going with the theme in the 60s. It went like full neon.
I
And
love
you
the
go-
color composition.
It's giving the
Awesome.
substance.
It goes psychedelic, this is real pop art Andy Warhol, and you're like, it's Betty Davis on the craziest psychedelic poster you're ever going to see her on. But it's also a great movie. But it's a wild poster in my mind. And last but not least is we go into the 70s, but it's from somebody that obviously loved the earlier stage, and that's Cronenberg. This is Shivers, also known as Parasite Murders, also known as Frisons. And Cronenberg's really taken like the 50s alien attacking somebody, and this is not a lithograph. This would have been like a screen print and with a bunch more colors. But it's one of the later examples I could find that people were like purely sticking to the style. So, the quick theme for today's art corner is come buy some horror art, because it can be colorful, it can be delightful, it can brighten your room and brighten your life.
Yeah. That's beautiful. I love that.
That's all.
Yay. Awesome. All right. Well, you probably didn't hear me at the top. Our capsule collection for today is Ghostbusters. To me, Ghostbusters is like quintessential summer spooky movie. Like, it's just a lot of fun.
It's a blockbuster.
So we have a bunch of Ghostbuster stuff. Once again, I go to organize these and I'm like, wait a minute, there's a lot of this stuff. So we have some really cool big collectibles. We have the Gozer's Temple, like, what do we even call that?
The Temple of Gozer.
Yeah, but like, what's that thing called?
The thing?
Like the tablet.
Oh, it's a big
Yes.
relief.
It's huge. It's heavy.
Yeah, there's one on our wall
Yes.
on the other side, and you have to be sure it's hung properly, because
Yes.
it weighs about 10 or 15 pounds.
Yeah. Plus we have the glow sign, which we also have one displayed in the shop, which is super cool, the classic No Ghost logo. We also have a ton of like figures. We have 2 different baubles of the little Stay Puft guys. We got the Terror Dog. And then we have wrapping paper. We have tarot cards. And one thing I noticed is we have a ton of Ghostbusters books.
Mm-hmm.
So we have kids books. We have like picture books. We have search and find books.
We've had cookbooks. I don't know if we
We
still
have a cookbook
a
over there.
cookbook.
Yep,
The Ghostbusting sweet potatoes do sound pretty fire.
they do.
And more of the kids' books are coming back, I
Yeah.
think.
And then we even have like the art books, and we have one that's like the history of the Ghostbusters.
This art book is
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah. There's a lot of really cool Ghostbusters books.
And the big Gozer Temple collector box set has a book in it.
Yes.
Like that black covered really large one, along with
Yeah.
some blueprints to Spook Central.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, lots of stuff. And more to come. All right. I think it's time. I think it's game time. So, today's game is Guess the Horror Movie by the Bad Review Part 3 or something. So, there is 10 movies. You will get 4 reviews per movie. Hopefully they will get easier
Okay.
as you get in. So I'm starting with a harder, more obscure one, and
All
they will
right.
get easier. And feel free to drop in the chat if you think you know. Starting with, you got the slideshow up? Just make it visible. You see what I mean?
Do, 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 do.
Good?
Good.
Okay. 1.5 stars. These BetterHelp.com ads are getting out of hand.
Smile.
Yes. I smile.
That was quick.
So, next review is 0.5 star. Once you see it, it's too late to get a refund.
Is that also for like
Yes.
that's okay, so these are just the rest
This
of
is the rest of the one for Smile. 1 star. We have It Follows at Home. And finally, trauma this, trauma that. How about you try my nuts in your mouth? I'm sorry.
You should
That
be.
one really worked for you, yeah.
Okay. That was fast. Next movie. Half a star. I'd rate it 0 if I could. Fuck film bros, honestly. I'm convinced people just pretend to love this transphobic shit to look smart.
Film Bros. Is it Sleepaway Camp?
No.
I saw the TV glow.
That was a good guess.
I was gonna say it's probably more recent than Sleepaway, so yeah.
Next review. 1.5 stars. Yes, it helped form the genre. No, it's not that great.
Oh.
Do we have a year? Or like
No.
era?
It's not
we'll
Terror Train.
No.
There's so many transphobic horror movies.
Yeah.
Okay. Next review. Maybe this is just me, but I feel like if you have to have a character explain the entire movie and justify everything that happened in a couple-minute sequence at the end, then it's probably not good at all. This movie sucked.
Now I'm trying to think of movies that explain it all at the end.
Yeah.
This is an older movie. Pre-Sleepaway Camp.
Oh, okay.
Cy Fielder said Switch Killer. I
Ready
don't
for
know
the-
this one.
Ready for the last review?
Yeah.
Half a star. If you think this guy's a psycho, you should see me.
Oh.
Oh.
It's
It's
psycho.
Psycho.
Yeah, I don't even put
you
that
think
into
this
the
guy's a psycho.
transphobic
No, me neither.
camp. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, sure, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to make it, if you want to be like that, that's fine.
Yeah,
That-
he
that's,
was. I think the mother thing was the weirder part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the part that I really get caught up on.
yeah.
It's like he's dressing as his mother, not.
I think there are deeper problems
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
All right. Next movie. 1.5 stars. 90 non-stop minutes of sexual innuendo aimed at I have no idea.
Is it Society?
No.
Is it The Substance?
No.
Sexual innuendo.
Sexual innuendo. Okay.
Next review.
Mm-hmm.
1 star. More of an ass man myself.
Is this Mistress of the Dark?
It is. It's Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. The next review for that one was 1.5 stars. Probably entertaining if 1988 if you were 15. And the last one is 1.5 stars. She's iconic, but this movie was horrible.
It's
Hey,
Tremendous.
be nice. She can hear you.
You're just wrong, okay?
this is 80. I was like 12 or 13, and it was delightful.
I bet it was. I bet it was.
But come on, it's comedy gold.
It's
That movie.
fun. It's a good time. Okay. 1.5 stars. Number 1 worst movie to eat spaghetti and meatballs to.
Fresh?
No. That's a good guess, though. There's another thing I think you guys might guess.
Spaghetti and meatballs.
I will say I don't believe spaghetti and meatballs are actually featured in the movie.
Just not a good movie to watch it too.
Yes.
Mm.
Next review. 1/2 star. Watching this movie should put you on a list. I'm clearing my history immediately.
What the hell?
That also could be a lot of movies. Put you on the list. Is it Necromantic?
No.
No.
Oh God. I thought I had it for a second. It's gone.
Next review.
Mm-hmm.
1 star. Not my cup of tea. A bit too much goo. With many O's.
Goo.
It's not
Human centipede. Not the stuff.
Not the stuff.
Not the stuff.
Not that kind of goo.
Who's got goo?
It's the Blob.
No. Watching The Blob should not put you on a list, I don't think. It's pretty tame. Ready to
Oh,
go?
is it Street Trash?
No, that was a good guess, though. Okay. Last review. 1.5 stars. I am almost confident that this is just what Elon Musk does in his spare time.
I don't. Is that a Hostel reference?
No.
Is it? Yeah, that's Society because he participates in the Shanti.
It's Society.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's Society.
Oh, okay.
I guessed that one earlier.
I know.
I don't know that I would
You
have
threw
thought
yourself
that one,
off. Society. Okay.
I guess that puts me on the list.
Yeah, it does. You better clear your history. Okay. 1/2 star. I hate this film, but do you think those guys ever explored each other's bodies?
Is it Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein?
No.
No. Oh.
That's a great guess. That's
Yeah,
a great guess. Ooh. Blair Witch Project.
No. All right. Next.
Next.
1 star. I feel more ungrateful to be alive after watching this movie.
Some of these reviews are really so crazy. Damn.
I thought you guys might get it from that one. All right, next one. 1/2 star. How that man lay on the ground for 7 hours and not let out a dark fat fart.
No. Saw.
Yeah. I feel more ungrateful
Yeah.
to be alive after watching this, yeah. And then the last one is, I'd be damned if I let a little doll man on a bike tell me what to do, bro.
It's a good one.
Okay. Just jump me back to the top. Okay. Next. 1/2 star. I've never been less excited to see boobs.
Is it? I was trying to think. The
Is
one's
it
on
The
Brain Dead?
Substance again?
No.
No, that was a good guess, though. All right. Next one. 1/2 star.
Oh, is it Shiny?
No.
Oh.
That's a good one, too, though. 1/2 star. The only possible way a person could enjoy this is if they have a mommy kink.
Is it Psycho?
It's Psycho again.
It's not Mother's Day.
Whose mom got their boobs out?
All right.
Is it? No.
1.5 stars. This is why I only book lodgings through Trivago. It's not Serial Mom.
It's Psycho. No.
It's not 13 Ghosts. This is why I only book lodgings through Trivago.
Barbarian.
Yes, yes, it's Barbarian. And the last one, royal families follow the same process to have kids, and none of them is a 6.5-foot monster, so I don't quite understand the logic behind this whole film.
Pardon? One more time?
Royal families follow the same process to have kids, and none of them is a 6.5-foot monster, so I don't quite understand the logic behind this film.
Right.
Because she was made. Because the guy was down there
Yeah.
making incest babies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Got it. Okay. Anyways, guys.
Moving on.
1 star. This movie was really well acted, full of great effects and cinematic shots, and a tragic story of a man's hubris. But it was yucky, so 1 star it is. crazy.
Yucky.
It's well acted, full of great effects and cinematic shots, and a tragic story of a man's hubris. But it was yucky, so 1 star. That's crazy.
Oh, man. I've got a movie in mind. Cannot think of the name of it. Poor Things?
No. 1.5 stars. But did she get her abortion?
Oh. Is it the new one with Sydney Sweeney? Shit.
Oh, she got that abortion,
Yeah.
all right.
I was like, yeah, and I was like, Rosemary's Baby? No, there was no abortion there.
Well, they're not sure if she got her abortion.
Yeah,
In-
but we
in
know.
this- in this movie.
Yeah. There's a baby in Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
1 star. Jeff is hot, but this film made me feel sick for a month.
Jeff?
Jeff.
I don't know,
Is this
Jeff.
the blind guy one? No,
The blind guy? Don't breathe?
don't breathe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Thought you guys would have gotten it. I don't know if this is going to help. The last one is 2 reviews. One of them is 1 star. That was a lot for a pro-choice film. And the other one is 1 star, pro-life propaganda. So it seems that we're split on whether this is a pro-choice film or pro-life. But Scythe Wielder got it. It's The Fly.
Fly.
Yes.
Oh.
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff.
Yes. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't realize how centered that movie was on choice.
Yeah.
Or is it, I guess?
Yeah.
Because some
Guys,
people are
This is so
saying-
unrelated, but my friend met Jeff Goldblum the other day, and in the video that he has, he's just singing. He asked him for a selfie, and he's just singing the whole
I
time.
love that.
It's great.
Okay. Half a star. I have no idea why this is considered an LGBT classic. It's literally the most homophobic and transphobic thing I've ever seen.
Is that Sleepaway Camp?
No.
Rocky Horror.
It is Rocky Horror, yes.
Yeah.
This was an insane, angering process
Yeah.
of looking through low reviews for Rocky Horror because a lot of them were like that.
Yeah, I
So.
can imagine.
We also have half a star. Whatever gay white theater male told me to watch this, count your days. This shit was awful and had 0 taste. We have simply half a star, gay. And then we have 1 star. I was hoping for a lot of blood just to see a bunch of half-naked people singing.
Let's do the time warp again.
All right.
Yeah, it's legendary.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I saw so many people being like, I'm gay and this was offensive to me. And I'm like,
You're the wrong type of gay, sorry.
you're cringe. Sorry.
Get a life.
Yeah, it wasn't offensive to Richard O'Brien, apparently, so.
This is what I'm saying. I fucking
Oh, sorry.
Oh no.
Lots of
skipped back
space.
to the top again.
Bear with us for a second as Danny finds their space.
Okay, I got it. 1.5 stars. Never taking a bath again.
Teeth.
No.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
No, that's good though.
Yeah, well, it's my guess.
Bath.
Next review. 1.5 stars. I knew I was right to fear furries.
Oh, is this shit?
Shining?
No.
No.
That's a good guess though.
Yeah.
With the bath and that, yeah. No, believe it or not, there's another movie with a bath and a furry.
Scythe Wielder says The Ring.
No.
Slither.
No, not Slither.
That was a good guess.
Yes. All right. Next review. Half a star. You can't put 2 eggs and flour in a bowl and call it cake. You can't edit occasional loud bangs over a guy ad-libbing cringe stuff and call it a horror film.
Is this creepy?
It's creep. It is creep.
Hey, we gotta find a way to put it in every episode.
The bath is because of the tubby time.
Tubby time.
And he has the peach fuzz
I'm
mask.
just gonna start
Yes.
guessing creep because you're gonna have creep in every single
Yeah.
one.
But you never know where I'm gonna put
No.
it. The last review for that one was, I prefer Radiohead's version. Okay, this is our last one. Okay, half a star. God fucking damn, someone get that girl a damn vibrator.
Just holding a sneeze.
These are so funny.
Pardon. Next.
Half a star. It's goth, it's artsy, it's deep, movie of the year. Nah, it's just freaky, and UMFs are freaky. Stop touching yourself and touch some grass instead.
This is Lisa Frankenstein. Movie of the year. Not a monster fucker movie.
Not Terrifier 3. Wouldn't call that goth, probably.
Goth.
I have like no guesses for this.
It's
It's
goth,
goth,
it's
it's
artsy,
artsy,
it's deep.
deep.
Movie of the year. Nah, it's just freaky. Stop touching yourself and touch some grass instead.
Is this one Poor Things?
No. Next review. Half a star.
Nosferatu.
Yes,
No.
it's Nosferatu. Yes. The next review
Bounce on it.
The next review was half a star, men making a movie that could have been such art into another horny and disgusting fantasy. Ew, please never try again. And the last review was 1 star, I succumbed to the darkness all right, parentheses, fell asleep. There we go, guys.
That's a good joke.
It was pretty
That's
good.
pretty solid.
Yeah. There's some good ones in there. And some people are just straight up wrong.
I think next game we need to play is the bad movie based on the good review.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad movie. Okay, well, what's your first bad movie that you would try to
Oh, I
find?
have so many bad movies.
Okay.
Yeah, you
I
should be
will
Wrong
dig.
person to
You should be
ask. Wrong person to ask.
I can dig so deep on that.
Okay.
Next
So-
segment.
Yes. We have a discussion question, guys. Feel free to join in on this. It is, if you could make a slasher movie, what weapon would your killer use? It can be a classic weapon if you just like it, or it could be a new spin, something you haven't seen used before. Y'all have one?
I answered this in a movie review that I did for one of our
Oh.
first. And that's an oversized safety pin
Wow.
from
Big ol'
Killer
safety
Workout.
pin.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was just one of those things in a movie. I was like, you really were trying to be original, and like, what haven't they used? Somebody's like, I don't think anyone's used a safety pin. I'm like, well, just make it a big one.
A really big safety pin. One of mine is also something normal but big, so that's funny.
What is it?
It is ribbon cutting scissors.
Yeah.
I think he could be like a mayor,
Evil
villain.
mayor.
Evil mayor, with giant scissors.
The scene, the dream sequence in Big Lebowski, with the nihilist running with the scissors.
Yes.
That's pretty scary.
They kind of have them in Exorcist 3. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
They look
yeah,
a little bit more
the-
like evil, but similar.
Okay.
Those are a ridiculous medical instrument.
Yeah.
Oh.
Terrifying.
Sex Wielder said scythe.
Sight?
Sight
True.
is good.
I think a clown just like beating people to death with like juggling pins is very funny.
I like that. That's fun.
Yeah.
We're not exploring the full breadth of a clown's
It's,
arsenal. I feel.
Yeah. I feel like they could do some crazy things with those horns.
I feel like
The never ending, you're just shoving it in instead of pulling it out of their mouth.
Terrifier 4.
I feel like a ball and chain mace.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say a rubber
Pretty.
tire on a chain.
What are those?
A rubber tire on a chain?
Yeah, if you get hit with that enough and
Yeah.
hard enough, just
That's why.
Just get whipped with that thing?
Somebody's
Yeah.
Like
Knight's
a
Halberd.
hard
Not enough.
You said something
medieval slap.
unconventional.
yeah.
True.
I
That's
agree.
unconventional.
True. My other main idea was pressure washer.
That I mean
Yeah.
that happens in Megan. She kills with a pressure washer.
I don't remember that.
Am I
need to
wrong?
rewatch.
I do have like a fear of pressure
haven't
washers
seen
a little
Megan.
bit.
It's scary.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna slice my
Or like
foot
a
off.
fire hose. Because like they'll mess you up.
But yeah, you can cut stuff with water. That
I saw a YouTube video where a guy made a bidet out of a pressure washer.
Pardon?
And then he like put a watermelon on it. Some crazy things out there.
A steam gun that shoots nails as well.
Ugh.
Steam would be crazy actually.
Yeah.
There's-
Drones. I just imagine the little propellers coming down and just like slicing people's heads off.
Oh, okay.
have you, I can't remember the name of it. The one about the killer drone. Or is a movie?
I don't know her.
No, it's great because at one point the drone's like stalking this woman, and she goes in her house and there's like a trail of rose petals and candles are lit and everything to the bedroom, and you're like, this. How did the drone do this? That's you realize they're kind of in on the joke, but
Is
it
the
was-
drone like sentient?
The drone is the normal thing of like somebody's spirit in something.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you say the normal thing?
Yeah, it's like a Chucky thing, you know, where you're like, it was a person first.
Normal.
Okay.
A large cheese grater.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just that fits on your hand. You just
I like that. That's good.
Well, did
Housebound.
Art use a cheese grater?
Did he?
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
The movie
Someone
Housebound has
did.
a.
Yeah,
Cheese
I know
grater
I've seen a
scene.
cheese grater recently, and I think it was Art.
I think you're right. But
Right.
it wasn't like his main.
No,
He loves to switch it up though.
as does Jason. You
Oh,
know, he's
yeah.
all over the place. People like Machete, but
Harpoon
the guy
gun.
uses a harp. Yeah,
Yeah, I stole
he
it.
uses an actual like whaling harpoon, and then like the gun
Bath of liquid nitrogen.
and spears, and yeah.
A wrestler with a steel chair.
Let's go.
A clown with killer popcorn. Like if the popcorn touches you, you die. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm into this medieval idea. I think there should be more.
Yeah, I mean that's to me. It's just like the
I love a
scariest of
flail.
weaponry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I
it was
think
just
we
made
should
to look horrifying.
Yeah,
bring back like the medieval torture devices, but it's just like for the movie, and they're used as they're intended in the movie.
Yeah.
Drawn and quartered,
True.
which for a second has to feel pretty good.
Yeah.
it's
right
it's a
before.
nice stretch at first.
There's got to be like a moment where your spine finally like decompresses in the one spot you can never get it to crack, and you're like, oh,
Yeah, and then that's it.
Yeah, I think the Iron Maiden would be one of the worst
oh god, yeah.
medieval
Yeah.
deaths.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah, I just had Black Sunday
So
So
hostile.
on here the other day, and that's just a mask they put on, and then it's got spikes, and then the guy hits it with a giant hammer. Yeah, and I was like, I forgot how disturbing this started out. I mean, I knew that happened, but I forgot. Yeah, that's intense.
Yeah.
But she was a witch, so it was okay.
Fisherman guy with a big hook.
Yes.
You're right.
We've had the big hook, but not on a like fishing pole, which would be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I just
Well,
keep
there-
thinking
yeah.
of like almost like parody horror movies.
There is a fishing horror movie. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Something Killer Bait or something. Yeah.
Great.
Well, I know what you did last summer. Is like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
what
was about to
thinking,
say.
but that's just a hook.
Yeah.
It's not
that's
like it's like a
lame.
hand hook.
Actually,
I'm thinking
there's a new one
fisherman.
coming out that probably gonna be better than the old ones.
Yeah. Saw the trailer for that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like fisherman with like actual like fishing pole,
With-
big
yeah.
hook on
Big.
it.
Yes. Well, did you guys see any good movies lately?
Yes.
You guys
The
go.
Surfer, Nicolas Cage.
I
Psychological,
want to go see that one.
weird thriller, elements of horror. Check it out.
Okay. I was sick a couple weeks ago, which is why we didn't do our stream. And I was like, I'm just gonna watch as many movies as possible. So there was one day where I watched 6 movies. Like all I did from when I woke up to when I went to bed was watch movies.
Power
And
through.
that day, I finally watched Gonjiam Haunted Asylum, which is one of Olivia's favorite movies.
I love it.
Which I thought was really good.
Yeah.
Very scary. I watched it by myself. And so it did freak me out. It was like very classic tropes, but like done in a very good way. I also finally watched Saint Maud, which was probably my favorite thing I watched that day. It was like weird, and I love insane
It's so
women.
crazy.
Yeah. Iron Maiden
And-
for the feet.
Yes. I had no clue what it was going to be about, so that was just like a wild ride, and the
Like
ending
the
is
ending
awesome.
is
Yes, yes.
crazy.
My least favorite movie I watched that day was Carnosaur. Sorry, Roger Corman. It didn't work for me. It literally felt like a movie that someone's watching in a movie. Like every scene, it felt like it was going to pull out of the scene, and someone was going to be watching it on their TV. But I was watching it on my TV.
You thought it
in
was
the
just a
real world.
really long intro.
That's literally what it felt like.
Like an hour in, you just pale back and go, "What is this?"
Yeah.
And you get started with the real movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um.
No such luck.
No, sadly. I then rewatched Gone Girl, which isn't really like horror, more of a thriller, but great movie. But I'd already seen that one. But then I watched Raw, which I had not seen, which was not what I thought it was going to be about. I did not. Have you guys seen Raw?
I think
I know what it is.
I know
So-
it, but yeah, I haven't watched.
Yeah, I knew something raw meat. That's all I knew. But yeah, it's like a lot about like college hazing rituals.
Yes.
Which was very
yes.
weird. I didn't know that. And to continue with the French vibe, I finally watched Mads,
Great movie.
which was very good. I'm always enticed by like a one take
Yeah.
thing, and
Single shot
yes.
is crazy.
it was awesome. And I could like just trying to wrap my head around how they achieve certain things. Like there's the scene where they're like riding on the motorcycle, and the lady's like covering up her eyes as she's driving, and it's clear that they had the motorcycle on some type of vehicle. So that was like a close-up, but then whenever they stop and the crazy lady gets off the bike, then they like brought in a different one or moved it off the vehicle so that then she could actually drive away on it and they could pull back. Because obviously you can't have her actually driving the bike when someone's covering her eyes. So that was really cool, and just really well executed and very disorienting, which I think was like the purpose. And speaking of one take,
yes.
me and Olivia went to see One Act of the Dead last night, which we are, Atomic Horror is sponsoring their production as part of the Orlando Fringe Festival, and we finally got to see it last night. If you're not familiar, there's a movie called One Cut of the Dead, which is a movie about a movie about a movie, where they're making a zombie movie, and the first part of the movie is all done in one take, and then the second part of the movie you kind of get to see like how it was done, basically. That's all I'll say for now. But this is One Act of the Dead, so it's that same concept, but it's all happening at once in front of you, and it's an outdoor performance at the Orlando Art Museum.
It's so good. It's very like it's immersive. It's
Yes.
active. Like we're walking around a lot. It was so fun. It was just like a pleasure to watch. Like
Yeah.
it was so silly and goofy and unserious, but also just great.
Really well executed. And they have like, if you stood in a different spot, you would get a different part of the performance, because if you're standing near where they're actually making the zombie movie, you get one part of it, but if you're standing in their like backstage area, you're getting them like arguing about how to execute the movie. So like we were standing more closer to where they were making the zombie movie, but I think if I go again, I want to
Yeah, I
stand
think
on the
we're gonna
opposite
go
side.
again.
We want to
Yeah.
go again.
I haven't gotten there yet,
Yes.
but just the concept, knowing that it has that much kind of depth.
Yeah, they were like, come back.
it.
It's different every night.
Yeah.
And it's also different depending on where you're standing.
Yes.
So there's like a lot of rewatchability
Yeah,
to it.
I like
and
that
then
real kind of secret cinema stuff where you're like, yeah, it's your own show too.
Yes.
it's so good.
Plus, while they're filming the zombie movie, they're actually filming the zombie movie. So after the performance, they send you the link to what they actually filmed while you were watching it, which was super cool. And at the beginning, they're like doing crowd work in character. So like one of our regulars, John, plays the director, and so he's like
Shout out, John.
panicking and walking around and freaking out and stuff. But it's just super fun.
It was
and,
great.
We got to be the press.
Yeah.
There's like press and investors
Yeah.
that are getting to watch, so we got to be the press, which was just
We're the small-time investors.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, we should really
Like,
investors.
actually, yeah.
But yeah,
Our commercial's there. You can involve with them. If you go, you'll get a coupon code for.
yes,
20% off. So go see
Their
one.
coupon.
They're
one
also
act of
doing
the day.
giveaways that have some of our merch in it.
yeah,
It's really great, and also just like support Orlando Fringe.
yes. I think the last thing that I have is some upcoming movies that will come out between now and our next stream, and I only have 2. We have
Nothing. I was just gonna say it's been a month since we've done the stream. A big movie that I think
Oh, yeah,
we've
you
all
guys
gone to
didn't talk
see
about it,
is Sinners.
Oh,
We've not
yeah.
gotten to talk about that one
we
yet.
did not get to talk about Sinners.
Great movie.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
Yeah. You all know.
No, it was
Yeah.
great. It was a good, yeah, I mean, so many people have seen it now. It's a great Black American Gothic tale about vampires, and it's done in such a cool way. And there's so many little details to it that are just like incredible. Like the main vampire reciting the Lord's Prayer with him is such a cool nod to like, okay, well, it's the oppressed becoming the oppressor, because it's talking about like, you know, how the Irish were forced into Catholicism a lot.
Yeah,
It's cool.
yeah.
It's got a lot of like really, like the more you watch it, the more you dive into it, there's a lot of little details that just make it a million times better.
And it might be the beginning of
A cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Oh.
Allegedly.
cinematic.
Cinematic universe. Okay, that's cut the cameras.
Sorry. Yeah, the one thing I was gonna say is I feel like it's so successful because it's like it has enough, like it's not too freaky for the normies,
Yeah.
but it's freaky enough for the freaks, and that's what I liked about
It's
it.
got balance.
Yeah, it's really good. So yeah, the only 2 movies, like prominent movies that I could find that are gonna come out between now and our next stream. First one, I totally forgot about this. Fear Street Prom Queen, May 23rd on Netflix.
I forgot about that as
so
well.
continuation of the Fear Street universe, which I thought was pretty fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
good time with that. R.L. Stein's
yeah. I
like
think.
older young adult novel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but are they still coming out with Fear Street
Yeah.
books? Because I was.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know about books.
Yeah.
know about books.
Anyway, we're getting some Fear Street books.
Oh, yippee!
I didn't even know that. Yay.
But yeah, some of those are on order.
And then the other movie that I'm very excited about is Bring Her Back, May 30th in theaters. This is the movie from the Talk to Me guys. And I think it's going to be really good just from the trailers. A brother and sister uncover a terrifying ritual at the secluded home of their new foster mother. So I kind of don't know anything about it other than that.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer, but it was very like
You don't really know,
vibes,
yeah.
like just quick.
Which is
cuts.
how a trailer should be.
Yeah. The less.
Companion.
I'm so over trailers giving away everything that happens in a movie.
I like trailers enough to convince me to see it. Then I'm like, all right, that's it. Turn it
Yeah.
off.
It's pretty well known
Decided.
within the shop that I don't watch trailers intentionally because of that. But I did watch the trailer for this because I was told so much that like it doesn't actually give anything away, which is great. We need to normalize that again.
Yes. And the problem is I go to see movies and they play
Forced
the
into
trailers
it.
there.
Yeah.
So
You got Bloodlines too. Final Destination.
yes. I don't know why that wasn't on here.
It's already out.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh, did it come out
Yeah.
It just came out like
on
Yes.
Friday probably?
yeah.
John was talking about it.
Groovy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to go see that too. That seems fun. I haven't caught up with all the Final Destinations, but I think I'll survive.
Yeah, you get the gist.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that just about does it. So, because of our little Ghostbusters capsule collection, our coupon code tonight is BUST'EM. So, go ahead and go to atomichorror.com, use the code BUST'EM to get 15% off on any shipping or pickup order from now until midnight tonight because you showed up to the stream.
And for those of you who showed up at the store today for our coffee pop-up day, Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll probably
Yeah,
have
it
another
was
one again,
great.
I would expect, because
We had 40 Winks Coffee live and in person in the shop. Jason was helping out in the woods. He had a very cute little apron on.
Yeah.
The special drink, Rosemary's Baby, was incredible. It was so good.
I hope they bring it back.
We're definitely going to have them back. It was
Yes.
great. We'll be doing that again. We also, upcoming June 13th, Friday the 13th, we have a Tattoo Flash event. We're going to have Fuzz and Amani from Ascension over on Mills. They're going to be in the shop doing Flash from noon to 8.
Right? Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. We've got it posted on our Instagram. It's going to be great. It's going to be a good time.
we'll start getting some of the Flash out there in
Post a little
previews for you,
teaser.
so you can see some of what's available.
Brian's gonna be the first one to get a tattoo.
And it's going to go right on his
Right
head.
Right in the center.
Yes. Awesome.
First one in the chair.
I think that does it, guys. We'll see you next time. Thanks for coming.